Once we're on the ground, we're on our backs, we're nice and long. Give me a big breath in through the nose. Feel that belly up with air. Strong exhale. Pull that abdomen in nice and tight. Let's go one more. Breathe in, just filling the belly up with air. Exhale. Excellent. Shoulder blades are squeezed back. Let's get those legs up to the sky for me. And I want you to try to get that tailbone just a little bit off the floor so we can feel those abs engage. We only have a 90-second buy-in today. Take that left leg down nice and slow. We're not touching the ground today. We're driving through that left heel. I just want you to hold it. Now I want you to pull that right big toe towards the body. Feel those abs start to turn on. Make that left leg even longer. And now lift that left leg up. Right leg comes down, stays off the floor, make it as long as we can. Pull the left big toe towards the body. Squeeze those abs in nice and tight. And right leg comes up. Left leg down. Long, long, long. Pull that big toe towards the body. Breathe. Left leg comes up. Right leg comes down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And we're driving through that heel. We've got one more rep on each side. Lift the right. Lower the left. Pull that right foot towards the body. And up. Right leg, final time. And up and relax. All right. We're going to be working some supersets today. My favorite way to train abs. We've got two main movements to start off with. We're going to be working our hollow body hold. So when we work that position, you can either be here, you can be here if you're nice and fancy, and then we're going to work that in with our leg drops, which can be bent leg or straight leg, whichever version you would like to work with. All right, 10 seconds, we're getting rolling. We're working 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds of rest. I want you to earn that rest. Do not pace yourself. Hollow body, legs come off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Press through those heels for me if you can. Relax through the neck. Reach those hands towards your knees. Breathe. If that's not enough for you, we can go with that extended hollow body hold. Reaching those fingertips over the head. Still relaxing the neck. And hands beside the hips, leg drops. You got bent knee. I'm sorry, you want to take those hands off to the sides if you need it. Hands beside the hips if you just want a little bit of support. And if you don't need any support, you can work those hands off the ground, but you have to feel yourself working a little more of a counterweight with that position. All right, any variation I'm happy with, even that straight leg variation. And relax. First round is always the easiest. All right, 15 seconds. Go right back to that hollow body hold. You pick the appropriate medicine for you. Again, that can be that extended position or reaching or anything in between here and here. Set it up. Let's work. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Strong through the abdominal wall. Relax the neck. Cradle it if you need to. Squeeze that belly in, work that breath. Three, two, and leg drops. We're not actually touching our knees to the ground. And I'd like for you to try to keep a little bit of a distance between the knees and the feet, all right? So we're not just stuck here. Okay, we're not just relying on one leg to carry the other. We're in control through the hips. Three, two, and relax. Just as you can tell, I'm staying on the ground. I'm trying to let my abs relax as much as they can. I want them to recover. And I want them to get energy back into them so I can get them to work harder. I'm not teaching them to survive. I'm teaching them to thrive. You're not playing that either. Just came out. What a Wednesday. All right. Set it up. Let's work. Strong exhale, squeeze that belly in tight. Three, two, one, and leg drops. You make sure you're working appropriate intensity here. If you need that straight leg, if you're not quite feeling anything yet, I encourage you to work that straight leg. Trying to get the tailbone off the floor a little bit in that transition. That little lift of the hips. Take it back in that abdominal wall. And relax. One more. Breathe. All right. Those last three were just to get you to this point. I want you to try to empty that gas tank on these next two movements. Hollow body. Let's go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Ten seconds. And leg drops. Even if you are bent kneed, if you're at that 90-degree position, I still want you to try to get light on the tailbone when you transition. So when those knees are over top, try to get your tailbone slightly off the ground and see if you can feel a little more activation through that belly. And relax. All right. So we're going to work some sideways planks or lateral planks, lateral pillar bridge. All right, whatever we like to call it today. You're going to stay with me. We're going to go left forearm first. We're going to start as challenging as possible and then make it a little easier each round. All right, so we're going to start off with the hip drop variation. I want you to go palm onto the floor. You're on the forearm. And now let's drop that left hip, drive up. Left hip, punch your pace. We're working that strong hip drop if you can. If you need a little bit more support, take that right leg or top leg out in front, or take it flat on the ground. We're still trying to work that strong hip drop. 10 seconds, and then we have a very quick transition to our right side. 3, 2, and you can just roll over. I'm going to pivot around so I can see you fine people. You see what it feels like to actually get that palm onto the floor, if you can, pressing through the fingertips, trying to create even more tension through the body so everything meets in the middle. 3, 2, and relax. All right, so that was our first variation. That was our toughest variation. If you want to keep going back to it, you can. But I'm hoping at this point the abs start to get a little fatigued, that if you drop down a little bit every time, it'll be appropriate for you to work through. All right, a little bit of time. We're going to get off to that left side. This time we're going to work a toe tap. I introduced this last week in a different position. Okay, let's take it up. We're going to take that right foot, if you can, tap out in front, tap out and back. Front, back. Nice and strong. We're not rushing the transition. You're in control as you're taking that top leg from front to back. Hopefully even feeling that hip have to work a little bit. Really feeling that load through that left side. Three, two, and you can roll on over. Switching sides. Chest is proud. The left shoulder or top shoulder is back and down. We're really trying to make everything get into that oblique and that transverse abdominal. If you are feeling any knee pain in that bottom leg, bend that knee for me a little bit. Make sure it's not locked out. 3, 2, and relax. All right. Now we're sneaking in a little bit of shoulders today. Shoulders and abs go together. All right. We take it back to the left side here in just a moment. We're going to add some upper body rotation or trunk rotation. So we're going to use that top hand to find that rotation. It's not about speed. It's about how much we can engage and how we can stay in control. Left palm is down, we're up. Reach that hand high. Take it under and through. And back up tall once you're ready. Under and through. Back and tall once you're ready. You're not worried about speed here. Three, two, and switching sides. I'm only 2 reps in on this side. Going nice, slow, and controlled. Reaching under and through the body. And relax. All right, so if you're keeping track, we have 1 more rep on each side. This last one is just going to be an isometric hold. All right, we're going to hold that plank as hard as we can. We're going to work forcible exhales. All right, I really want you to feel that belly with every breath. Okay? Much like if you did a bicep curl, you squeeze as hard as you can. We're going to do that with your obliques. All right, left side. Even if you need to give yourself a little tactile cue, find that oblique, then find that muscle and squeeze it. Now don't let it go. You need to give it a little tap to make sure it's still there, it's still working. You don't have to hurt yourself. Just realizing where some muscles are you may not feel sometimes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Strong exhales. And switch, quick switch, same thing. Find that oblique and squeeze it, don't let it go. Strong as you can. You're long from head to heel. Your upper back's engaged. Your fingertips are pressed into the floor. Your belly is squeezed. And relax. Good work, y'all. Give me a couple of deep breaths. Now we're going to do a little just of something to unwind real quick and get you out of here. All right, let's bring it all over to a kneeling position. Once you take those hands out in front of the body for me, we're going to sit back to our child's pose. Exhale. Come back forward. Let's take your right hand over top of your left. Sit more back with your right hip now. Relax. Left hand over right. Sit back. More with that left hip. Relax. Let's take that right hand under that left arm. Sit back. Looking under that left arm. Relax. Left hand goes under right arm. Look under that right arm. Sit back. All right. You are awesome. Great work today. Thank you all for hanging with me through abs, especially if you're here through full body blast as well. Thank you for hanging through both.